سحابة غزيرة ما شاء الله تبارك الله. مكة العزيزية. السلام عليكم يا ابو ثامر، مسيت بالخير. امطار غزيرة ورياح هابطة وصواعق.
A powerful storm has struck Mecca, caused significant disruption at the Islam holy site, the Kaaba, located with the Grand Mosque. Torrential rain accompanied by strong winds swept through the city, leaving the flash flood and challenging conditions for pilgrim attention the holy site. Videos circulated on social media show the Kaaba being pounded the heavy rainfall, with the worshippers struggling to mountain the fortune to water fill the contacts surrounding the scale cube-shaped structure. The storm was struck late in the afternoon, brought a dramatic and sudden change in the weather conditions. Mecca is typically associated with a dry and hot climate, but a sensational storm can hit the region, particularly during the transition period between seasons. Meteorologists had forecast the possibility of heavy rain, but the intensity of the suddenness and downpour caused many by surprise. Pilgrims, many of whom had traveled from across other worlds to perform Umrah, were seen that tried to protect themselves from the rain, while others continued to religious rituals despite the difficult conditions. Some took shelters under Mosque-covered area, while others bravely circled the Kaaba, completing their tired the ritual walking around the Kaaba undeterred the weather. Authorities in Mecca were quick to respond, deployed emergency service to manage the situation and prevent incident. Moscow staff worked rapidly to clear water from the floor and ensure the safety of the pilgrims. Saudi Arabia Civil Defense issued warning urged residents and visitors to endure until the worst of the storm had passed. While the storm did not appear to cause significant structural damage in the Grand Mosque or the Kaaba itself, is highlighting the vulnerability of the holy city or extreme weather event. In the recent years, the Saudi government has made significant investment in infrastructure to cope with such changes, including flood, damage, and enhanced drainage system. However, the sheer volume of rain overwhelmed part of the city remain official and ongoing need to villages and preparedness in the face of natural unpredictability. This storm comes at a time when the Mecca typically seen an influx of visitors, particularly during the key religion period such as Ramadan and Hajj pilgrimage. While the storm has caused temporary disruption, it is expected that the city will soon return to normal with the pilgrims resuming their sacred duties. However, the event has sparked conversation about the climate change of increasingly occurrence of extreme weather patterns in the region. As the rain subsided, the skies cleared. The focus turned once again the spiritual significance of the Kaaba, the symbol of unity. The Muslims worldwide, of those present during the storm, they expected will likely be remembered the inquiry and profound moment. A witness of the powerful nature will ongoing the acts of worship, one of the most revered sites in Islam. The storm that swept through the Mecca on Wednesday, marked by intense wind, torrential rain, left lasting impressions of pilgrims and residents alike. The sudden change in the weather transformed into an unusually serene atmosphere at the Grand Mosque and Masjid al-Haram. In the scene of dramatic resilience and worshippers continued their praise despite the heavy rain battered the area. Footage shared widely on social media platforms despite the Kaaba and sacred structure on the center of Moscow standing from air the deluge. The black cloth covering the Kaaba was visibly sparkled, while the streams of water flooded across the marble floors on the courtyard, nor the Mecca, while pilgrims conduct their circumambulation. Some worshippers holding umbrellas and board rain-soaking shelters were seen struggling to maintain their balance, but many persist at the devotion circled the Kaaba as the storm raged on. Saudi authority acted swiftly, implementing emergency protocols designed to mitigate the impact of such extreme weather. The Moscow maintenance team quickly working to manage the floodwaters, urgent evidence drainage system installed in recent years and prevent weather security personnel and volunteer assist pilgrims during them to safe areas with the Moscow's sprawling complex and hold up to 1 million people to full capacity. The storm raising concerns about the safety as well-being of pilgrims, particularly as Mecca regularly hosts millions of visitors on Umrah and Hajj. During this religion pilgrimage of influx of people places of the city infrastructure. However, Saudi Arabia has invested heavily in updated facilities around the Grand Mosque, influx the extensive networks of tunnel, drainage system and weather-resistant materials to ensure that pilgrims can perform their rituals as smoothly as possible. In the statement they following the storm, the General Presidency for the Affairs of the Grand Mosque and the proper Mosque confirmed that serious injury had not been reported and praised the quick response of the Moscow staff. Authorities have reassured the public that the spiritual integrity in the Grand Mosque and the Kaaba was not accompanied by severe weather. The unpredictable storm has engulfed discussion about the growing impact of climate change in the region. Experts note the wild storms in Saudi Arabia are not uncommon. The frequency and intensity of such events have increased in recent years, while the Arabian Peninsula experienced hotter the dry conditions due to global warming associational heavy rain, the storm have become more intense, leading to flash flooding and other challenges. Saudi official health acknowledges this concern, emphasizing that they consequently working to updating infrastructure and the disaster preparedness plans to cope with such natural events. The government has initiated several long-term projects to enhance the resilience of Mecca, with a particular focus on improving drainage system, expanding the mosque capacity, and ensure the safety of pilgrims during the extreme weather conditions. Despite the disruption caused by the storm, many pilgrims saw the event the test of war. The experience of enduring storm and Islam holy site and a reminder of spiritual significance on their journey. Pilgrims often internet such natural occurrence as such a divine power connection that God during the time of Mecca. As the sky cleared, the Mecca returned in the usual place. Authorities continued to monitor the weather, ensuring the city remained safe of residents and visitors. The bad recovery from the storm underscored the resilience of both people to the city itself, which has withstood centuries and challenges from the natural disaster on human conflicts. Yes, through it all, the Kaaba remained and standfast, symbol by unity of war, drowning the million in sacred growth of every year. The storm not based leaving behind the reminder of natural unpredictability, but also the underwhelming faith and those who came to Mecca seeking spiritual fulfillment. For the pilgrims who witnessed the storm windstat, it undoubtedly remained to profound their unforgettable part the religion journey. The storm in Mecca will undoubtedly be remembered as the move of both challenges and reflection for the pilgrim present. The Kaaba as a spiritual heart of Islam remained a symbol of unshakable faith amidst the tempest. For those present, the storm was not only a psychical experience but a deeply spiritual one where the nature power of God's harmonious ascension intertwined. As the downpour intensified, pilgrims were forced to the quietness and endurance. Despite the chaos, many continued their sacred duties, braving the sick floors at the mataf and the heavy wind and tuned their rebel. The scenes of the Kaaba stranded firms of the storm were seemed that inspired those present in some interrupted event in the taste of God and reminding of humanity, fragility in the face of divine creation. Others took solace in nation in conflict they natural. Such conditions would bring gathered spiritual joy. The Grand Mosque with its marble content, a towered minarets, and the marvel of modernity engineering yet no longer had to contend with the harsh and unpredictable elements of the desert climate. Storms like this one a rare and reminder of importance and content investment in the safety and industrial side of the year. Saudi Arabia has a marvel of harmonious project and the explains modernized at the Grand Mosque, which is include advanced weather drainage system designated the challenges rainwater quickly out of the complex and prevent flooding. This system were put to test during the storm as large volunteers of water rushed through the complex, but the swift response to minarets teams helped prevent most severe disruption. In the days following the storm, attention had shifted the long-term impact of such extreme weather events on the region. Saudi Meteorological Office has pointed out that the Arabian Peninsula is no stranger to sudden downpour.